What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I'm your boy Space Guy, and you're watching the Space Guy and Friends show, where once a week I sit down, have a talk with my friends and homies from across the internet about anything and everything. And tonight I'm talking about is anime dying? And the creator of the anime Evangelical basically came out a couple weeks ago and said that he thinks that anime is going to die within the next 5 years. And I kind of see where he's coming from with this, because I grew up in that era of the '90s with Dragon Ball Z, um, Yu Yu Hakusho, Sailor Moon, stuff like that. And seeing how this shit is nowadays is pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Sparse. Yeah, sparse. I mean, you have good animes coming out at least every couple of weeks. I mean, Gangster's a pretty good anime, but nothing's holding a candle to the days of Dragon Ball Z's Supreme Reign and original Naruto. I mean, Shippuden's a pretty popular anime, but nothing's touching the Dragon Ball Z, original Dragon Ball Z. I mean, most people think that Dragon Ball Super is probably going to touch it, but I don't think so. Honestly, I don't, because seeing how Dragon Ball Super has been the last couple of weeks, there's been problems left and right. There's been animation problems. There's been um, basically plot problems. I just think, what's his name? Akira Toriyama is pretty much, he's an older man now. He can't keep his mind as sharp as he used to be when doing Z. I mean, if you look at the plot, the Z next to Super is kind of like that. He's pretty much trying to recreate Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball is pretty much a show on its own. It was its own product. It was its own thing, and for him to try to recreate that is not really a smart idea, because, like they said, lightning in a jar, like lightning in a bottle. You can't always recreate the same thing at once. I mean, lightning only strikes a spot once, and he's trying to make it strike twice in the same spot. But I don't think so. Every show, Dragon Ball Z should be its own thing. This leads me to my own point. Animes need to quit following the Dragon Ball Z formula, because if you watch the Naruto anime as much as I do, you see that now that that Naruto is trying to copy the Dragon Ball Z formula, the transformations, the OP powers, the OP attacks, the OP everything, and it's just like, do your own thing. I mean, I get that you want the fame of Dragon Ball Z. I understand that, but it's called find your own lane and basically controlling your own lane. I mean, Dragon Ball Z has its own fans, and Naruto has its own fans. So for people to think that they can, for the people who create Naruto think they can recreate Dragon Ball Z, but with Naruto, it's kind of like, it's like there's its own fan bases. Naruto fans are more of the kids that grew up in the '90s. Dragon Ball Z fans are more of the kids that grew up in the late '80s. And for them to try to do the same thing that one generation did prior is kind of like, that's kind of stupid. I mean, Dragon Ball Z was its own thing. Naruto's its own thing. And the fact that almost every anime writer and creator nowadays is too scared to try its own thing shows that there's no creativity in anime anymore. There's no drive to be your own thing. I mean, I put it like this. They say everything has been done underneath the sun. I call bullshit on that, because not everything has been thought of yet. Not everything has been created yet. I mean, 20 years ago, I mean, not 20, but 40 years ago, 30 or 40 years ago, the astronauts, all right, our smartphones, right? Our smart devices that we keep in our pockets every day. About in the back when the Apollo mission that went to the moon went, they basically had the equivalent of smartphone technology in the Apollo ships. So pretty much, yeah. So imagine in around 2025 when they start testing to go to Mars, what type of technology we're gonna have then. I mean, the smartphones we may have now might actually just be like dinosaurs compared to what we're gonna have in the next 10 or 20 years. I mean, think about it. Like 20 years ago, we couldn't even imagine smartphones, but now we're on our way to smart watches. I mean, for somebody to say every idea has been done is a big misconception, pretty much. I mean, sure, a lot of the ideas that have been thought of have already been thought of and done, but not every idea has been thought of. I mean, there's still things that we still don't understand as human beings. I mean, but I'm getting off topic. That's neither here nor there. That's just me trying to explain that I think every anime should create its own lane, its own fan base. Stop trying to mooch off of each other. I mean, it's kind of get to the point where you just like looking at every anime like Dragon Ball Z ripoff, Dragon Ball Z ripoff, Dragon Ball Z ripoff. There's nothing but Dragon Ball Z ripoffs. It's just like a whole bunch of wannabe Dragon Ball Z. It's getting to the point where it's just annoying, and I see why most people would want anime to die. It's just like, do your own thing. Be great on your own. You don't need Dragon Ball Z to help you show that you are a successful anime. There's no need for that. You are what you choose to be in this world of animation because no idea is too crazy, no idea is too far out. We have people eating vampires in Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, yeah, let that sink in for a minute. People eating vampires. When when I was growing up, if we had something like that, it would pretty much been banned out of America. But nowadays, it's like whenever a new idea comes out, people just instantly just like let it fly because in the anime community, we don't have that much creativity as we used to. I mean, back in the day, I mean, look at Yu Yu Hakusho. It took basically the idea of the afterlife and made it fun. I mean, I don't know what you guys' religions and all this and that is, but it took that idea and made it fun. I mean, who couldn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho and not have fun? I don't care if you're the most conservative Christian, conservative Jewish, whatever, Muslim. I mean, if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho with an open mind, you're gonna have some fun some type of way. I mean, it's a 14-year-old kid fighting mythical beasts and creatures. I mean, who couldn't have fun with that idea? I mean, it's almost to say that anime is dying, but it's a phoenix death. It's going to come back at some point to the heights that it once was. It's going to come back even stronger next time. It's going to come back with like Dragon Ball Z is pretty much the. Hold on. Hold on. What time you want to see you? I'm on the phone. What am I doing? Sorry about that, YouTube family, friends. living with your parents, shit comes up left and right. But getting back to what I was talking about, yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z is going to basically help the anime industry come back, but in a way that is going to crash first. It's like it's going to take a dive bomb into the dirt, then something, either Tokyo Ghoul or what's the name of it? Attack on Titan is going to help bring it back up. Attack on Titan and Tokyo Ghoul's pretty much going to be the wings. It keeps the mind of Dragon Ball Z of the Phoenix up and awake. Because the idea of the anime industry's dying is kind of bullshit. Because if anybody knows, everything has a Phoenix age. Everything. Video games might be coming up to its Phoenix age. All pop culture has a Phoenix age in which it dies a slow, painful death. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just drink some water. Where it dies a slow, painful death. I mean, look at the movie industry. Now you have number action, 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 action. And now pretty much all comedy movies, R-rated comedy movies are looked at like, oh God, like people are so used to action movies and everything that adult content movies are like basically like taboo, and anything that's not an action comic book movie is basically like it's basically foreign almost now. I mean, it's basically looked at as like, yo, get this trash away from me, damn near. And the idea that someday that anime industry might come back as strong as it was in the 80s and 90s is kind of a bright idea to a point where in which that there's going to be taken to heights that it's never seen before. And the idea that it may have to die first for to get to them new points is great. It's almost like a beautiful death. If you ain't never heard that, it's like when somebody dies, but in a beautiful, tragic type of way. Like we're the generation that's going to witness the anime Phoenix climax, basically. The when anime dies and comes back. I mean, it's gonna be the zombie era pretty much afterwards. And then after the zombie era is gonna be the new heist era. I mean, for people to say that the animes is gonna go ahead and pretty much die is gonna be annoying. It's straight for annoying. Like I don't care how if you like anime or not. For you to say that something that other people's going to enjoy, what other people enjoys is going to straight up die. It's kind of a dick move in my opinion. It's kind of telling them you can't enjoy this because I don't enjoy it. It's like that's the problem in America. We're supposed to be the most freest country, but judge each other off of shit that we like. And I call bullshit on that because I don't judge you for liking football, so why do you judge me for liking Naruto? But but excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking right quick. I'm trying to think of another good analogy for that. I mean, it's basically like anime fans get judged like gay people did back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're pretty much like the taboo. We're pretty much just looked at as, oh God, get these losers out of here, get these weirdos out of here, man. I mean, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean, most anime fans, we do this, watch this, and play the games to escape. We get tired of getting called weirdos and nerds at school. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Nobody called me a weirdo or nerd at school because I'm sitting up here at 6'2", 250 pounds. I mean, you call me a nerd, I'm gonna knock your block off. To be honest, I mean, I'm just saying. So for anime fans to get the hate that we do, it's unnecessary, honestly. Because because we love a median, like by that definition, I hate football fans for being too passionate. So, you feel what I'm saying? Um, so for people that basically judge other people all shit they like, that's kind of wrong. And for those people that say they're going to be glad when anime dies, I want to say a nice old fuck you to you, to you, and to you. You people that think that want anime to die, fuck you. Go down the hole somewhere. Honestly. But getting back on point, for anime to die would be pretty much the die is bad. 100% die, like the die I'm talking about, the Phoenix death is like 90% death. For it to basically 100% brain dead, it ain't coming back. Die, it would basically destroy. It would basically almost destroy Japan's economy to a point. And for Japan's economy to die, I mean another recession for most people. I mean, I know Japanese um, economy is not going to die 100%, but certain parts of it is just going to basically be in a slump. It's just going to basically just be on some, yeah, uh, we're struggling right now. We eat mayonnaise and ramen noodle sandwiches. The struggle's real right now. I mean, for anime to basically die would be, it'd be pretty bad, man. It'd be just sad. It'd be almost like, damn, this shit, this shit was around when I was a kid. Now it's gone. It'll pretty much be just be like destroying, soul destroying, just sad, man. It'd just be like, bruh, just one big ass bruh moment. You don't know what bruh moment is? What a bruh moment is? A bruh moment is just a moment of realization that this is straight bullshit. And for anime to die, it'd just be one giant bruh moment that every anime and otaku in the world pretty much. I mean, I see it happening, but to a Phoenix effect. Most people just look at it as it's going away, it's not coming back anymore. So for anime to die would just pretty much suck to a point where it's not even funny. And basically, for anime to die like the way that most people want to, man, you know what I mean? Fans would be lost. They would basically just be on some other shit. You think we got vampires nowadays with cell phones and PS Vitas and everything? You have real life vampires just depressed people walking around 24/7, man. It'd be it'd just be sad pretty much. But that's all the time I have for today. I might be back tomorrow doing another podcast. It depends on if I can get the time in the studio or not. This is all the time I got right now. Signing off. Till next time, it's your boy spacexgodxodd and friends. Like the video, rate, comment, all that crazy ass YouTuber shit. I'm out.